Welcome back to Around the House Northwest, presented by PGE and Oregon Kind of Energy. Now it's time for Hot for Your House.
I love summer projects, and I've been watching my buddy Brent here from Bring Your Own Tools. He has been tackling some amazing stuff. Welcome back to Around the House Northwest.
Thanks for having me, buddy. Appreciate it.
Oh, man, this is great. And, you know, you're a Pacific Northwest guy, so this makes it really easy because our weather's really the same. I love these low-profile decks you're doing because that's been a challenge for so many people trying to build a deck when they've already got maybe a concrete slab or something right in the way.
Yeah, it's one of those aspects where everyone enjoys a beautiful low-profile deck patio that you can walk out on, and I've done two in the very recent past. Because one was more of a framed element where I was actually able to get a profile to the point where it's only 8 inches off the ground, which is really low. We're talking using 2x4s for joists, which is normally not the case, but on a low profile deck like this, you're able to, have a beautiful patio and barbecue area right outside your front door.
See, and that's great because, that low profile has been such a tough one because people will start out and maybe they'll put down, and it's not my favorite thing, but those little concrete deck blocks and stuff that are already 6 or 8 inches high, and there's not been a really good way to do it. How did you pull off that low profile deck?
Well, that was a really nice opportunity to work with tough blocks. Now, these are actually plastic blocks that take the place of a traditional cement block. And it's really nice because, number one, it's extremely low weight, so you can carry 10 at a time and maneuver them anywhere you want, which is really nice because we all know how heavy those cement blocks can become, and even a lower profile than your traditional cement block.
Nice. And so you just space those out, and because they're light and they're low profile, you can support those 2x4s a lot better because you'd normally not be doing that because you'd have a really spongy outdoor framing structure.
All you have to do is make sure you have a proper sub base, and as long as that base is compacted or you're going over an existing surface, it makes it extremely easy to go right over and have a very structurally sound frame structure for your deck patio.
So this is perfect for, maybe that spec home that you stepped out the back patio door and you had the step or two down to that probably weathered, nasty looking concrete patio that you want to do something nice with, but at the same time, you're not really looking forward to getting the jackhammer out and tearing that out to just put in a wood deck.
Yeah, it makes the aspect of installation extremely quick and easy, and the fact you don't actually have to worry about any type of permitting as well because it's such a low profile. You certainly don't have to worry about it when considering a larger deck structure.
Man, that is so nice because you're right. Once you get up high enough that you're starting to put railings on, guess what? You're in the land of building permits, and that changes the whole aspect of how you're doing it because there's really not much of a risk when you're that low off the ground.
And what I did recently was even a lower profile deck, which was built into my grass in the backyard. Now that was with a company called InstaDeck by Brent Outdoor Living, and the beautiful thing about that system too was that it was so simple, no fasteners needed whatsoever. It's a grid system that you click into place, and then you click your deck boards right into it, which was a breeze to install.
So what else have you been working on, man? Those are two great products and projects that are really kind of problem solvers. I know you've been doing a bunch of other stuff as well.
Well, with the summer months, you really want to get outside and enjoy your outdoor space. And that's what I've really dedicated myself to this summer, is I want to really enjoy this beautiful backyard that we have that's not really beautiful as of yet, but I want to rejuvenate it. So I'm also putting in a brand new sprinkler system with smart technology. So it is actually maps out your entire backyard. No matter how weird the terrain is, it literally pinpoints exactly where the sprinkler needs to go digitally, so you're not wasting any water whatsoever.
Wow, that is cool. That is the latest of tech. What is that?
It's called Green, and I haven't actually physically installed the entire thing yet, but in the process of doing so, and it's going to be a game changer in this irrigation space for sure.
Because for us here in the Pacific Northwest, we many times it's about this time of year that rain stops and we get into summertime. This year it's been completely different, right? Where it's all of a sudden been dry, and usually right now I'm like, oh, it's July 4th. This means that it's going to stop raining, and we've had dry months. But that is cool because early in my career, I spent years designing sprinkler systems for people, and you're getting out the flow meters and drawing stuff out. To have that where it can actually do that in a smart way using technology, that saves a ton of steps.
And actually less invasive of your yard, because with my system that I already had installed, I had to have at least 6 sprinkler heads in my backyard. With this system, I only have to install 2.
Get out. That's a game changer.
I cannot wait. And it's even smart enough to dictate and figure out what the weather pattern's like too. So if it is raining in the Pacific Northwest, your sprinkler system will not turn on.
There is nothing worse than walking out your front door, going to some place, it's pouring rain, and you see your sprinklers going, and you're like, that's costing me money right now.
Exactly. No one wants to see that.
Well, what have you been working with tools lately? Anything that's been grabbing your eyes? Because I know you are always on the latest and greatest stuff out there, because I tell you what, you are on every trade show known to mankind.
I have been going to numerous trade shows, and it's a nice caveat from the construction trade, just because there's still a relatability factor, because we're still working with tools, but I'm not physically building, so I'm not having to put so much energy out into these massive projects. So it's a nice transition, and that's why I've been enjoying going to all these trade shows, because I've been able to see new innovative products that I can feature on my channel, but also tools. So there's a numerous tools that I've showcased recently, and I've actually started purchasing them myself because I want to actually physically feel and touch and put these tools to the test to see if they'll actually hold up.
Nice, I love that. So you can put them through the paces and go, all right, is this what they say it is? Because as we all know, sometimes we'll go to a trade show, see something super cool, and then you go use it and go, maybe not so much.
Yeah, that's exactly my mindset, because, okay, I'm going to spend my own hard-earned money so I can give a true assessment of exactly what that tool is and really figure out which ones are pro versus which ones may be garbage.
So Brent, I know you've been working with a lot of tools. Is there anything that's been favored on these summer projects you've been tackling? Because we always get those favorite ones. You're like, wow, I wish I would have had that.
Yeah, I got one right here for you. This guy. You know, I've had circular saws for many years, and I've had a couple different ones, but I've never had a battery operated one. And this one I just picked up, and I didn't really quite realize how beneficial a circular saw can be when you don't have to worry about the cords. You just have it set up, ready to go. And this came in really handy on my backyard low profile deck that I built out of 2x4s. And that was just so nice, and a nice aspect that I really wish I had thought of sooner and just took the plunge to purchase, because it was only a couple $100, but definitely saved that mental aspect of always trying to find the next cord to plug in.
And they actually have more power than the corded ones, so you can power through some serious cuts with those.
Yep. No, this one was a game changer there. I also have this little guy. So utility knife, we've all seen them, but I love seeing simple innovations that just make sense. And this tool not only has your standard utility knife, but it also has a switch. So it can go flat. So if you're trying to score something or take off something off of glass or something like that, and you need a flat edge, it's perfect, and it completely flips into both areas very quickly and easily.
Who makes that? I've got to put one of those in my life. It seems like we haven't advanced utility knives for about 40 years.
This one's from Tough Built.
Okay, that's cool. I got to add that to my collection, because I tell you what, there has literally been no updates from that traditional old gray Stanley knife, it seems. Sorry, Stanley. You guys made a great one, because no one's changed it over the years until now.
It just makes sense. I love the aspect of having an innovation in a simplistic tool form. So literally the same size as your normal utility knife, but complete game changer with a nice added feature.
Dude, that is amazing. Thank you so much. I'm adding that to my collection. So, Brent, we got to run, but what is the best way for people to find you? Because you got a bunch of channels out there.
Whether you're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, just type in BYOT or BYO Tools, and you'll be able to find me.